Okay, how can I say this super quick? Because I got to get back to work. Talking to a coworker, things are changing at where I work, and we don't like it. It's wokeism, for lack of a better term, and some things that they're incorporating um, into the interview process that makes me just want to stay where I'm at, not try to get any higher. I'm fine with that and just kind of retire some years doing what you know, doing for because I know what I'm doing and I like what I'm doing. It's pedantic, it's a little repetitive, but a lot of people come to me for the information that I know and can do well. And I was talking to somebody, and we were like, this and that and the other interview process, and they were telling us to update our resumes, and when they ask you this question, the DIE question, um, to be honest and don't lie and this and that and the other, and I'm like, doesn't that make you think? And I'm Christian. He's Christian. He was telling me some other people, co-workers that are Christian, et cetera, and which is good to know. Um, and so, and he's like, yeah. And I told him about that meeting that I had that I signed up for. Or really, it was a class, and that class ended up being a 2-hour presentation about stuff. I wish I could mention here, but I can't. Um, and I told my friend yesterday at work, because I was actually at my desk down there, and I said it just feels like I'm living a Left Behind book. And he goes, yeah. And he was a little dejected, and I hated to leave him on that note. I tried to see him before he left. He left before I could say bye on a better note than that. And then went back to my desk, checked my phone. I'm like, okay. And then I noticed a few things. August 24th of 1995, what was released? Windows 95. And I mean, Bill Gates was already on the map, but it put him on a bigger map, so to speak. And all the issues that came with Windows 95, if you remember, we had it for quite a while. Independence Day, aka ID4, the movie, finished filming October 8th, 1995. Neon Genesis Evangelion, it's changed anime forever, was released in Japan and Brazil, maybe somewhere else, October 4th, 1995. And it's despite it's fiction, it's fantasy, it's a cartoon. Still, it's end of the world implications and its resources, albeit a variety of religions, really. Not just Christianity, but the Quran and other things. It was just a fun show to watch. Interjecting, big robot mecha anime with the end of the world kind of stuff, and the little hero that doesn't want to be one. So which is kind of a trope for anime even from that time, but still, excuse me, Neon Genesis Evangelion, the TV show, really changed anime for the most part. Lunar, Eternal Blue, for the Sega CD, which I have. It doesn't work anymore, but I would love to replay this game again because Lunar Eternal Blue happens a couple of hundred years later after the original story. And in Lunar Eternal Blue, I want to have a video all to its own and talk about and parallel with what's going on today. And it's heretical religious implications and forgetting the past and refusing to look at the past in a positive light and refusing just the heresy in general. It's really, really fun game. The PlayStation 1 didn't do the original justice. The original Eternal Blue on the Sega CD pushed that little CD system to its limits. It had great cutscenes, great story, etc. But if you went around and read every book in all the detail that the Japanese and working designs put into that game. And you start seeing a bigger story. And then the last Sunday of the year, December 31st, 1995, the first Left Behind book was released. Now, I wasn't a big Left Behind fan. I read the first 2 or 3 books. They were okay. And I just got tired and bored by about the fourth or fifth book. I might have the first 6. I don't even think I made it to Apollyon. But I think they did make 12 books in total. The ones I have are hardbacks. But when they were coming out and they were new, and I was in a whole different department back then. So, what was world media trying to tell us back in 1995? Now, Independence Day, the movie, didn't come out until the next summer on July 4th here in the States, which was phenomenal. But again, another end of the world scenario. And now it's over 25 years later. Over 25 years later. Interesting stuff.